morning is we're making a little update to our custom values updater. So I got some feedback from a few different people, actually people who never purchased the custom values updater, and they looked at it and they said, oh, I feel like it's a little bit complicated to set up. So one of my missions this week was to simplify the custom values updater, how it works, so that it's a little bit easier for you guys to set up and get rolling with. Here, let me share my screen. All right, cool. So I think you guys can see that. So we're inside our JHL dashboard here. One thing that we did with custom values updater is, we use the custom values updater for a ton of our internal projects, right? For making it super simple for people to be able to update custom values for the projects that we have going on. So, right, we can load up custom values and we can pull that in. And the cool thing is we can use these information little buttons over here that explain exactly what the custom values do for our systems. And you guys can do that too. I've got a link that you guys can use if you guys want to use our internal custom values updater form for updating custom values. That is totally possible. And however, a lot of people want to use the custom values updater using a native high-level form. So one thing that we put together, first thing I'll show you in the collections, I kind of simplified it a little bit. So let's just go to test collection here. So before, what we had was all the pages would look like this, and it looked like too much information, but this information down here is really only used for our internal custom values updater, like our if you're using an internal internal smart scripts form, which I just showed you with the buttons and everything. So tooltip gives you information. This lets you kind of describe what kind of field you want it to be. Maybe you want the field to be read only, or what you see is what you get, which is pops up a little editor on there. And then you can put resources, downloads to links, templates, all that kind of stuff in there. But most people don't need that, especially if you're just linking up custom values for the forms, to be able to update forms from one sub account to another sub account, which is really one of the powerful things about our custom values updater. So what you would do now, all you need to do is, when you come in here, it's a little bit less confusing. So you just pick the custom value that you want to update, select the field that you want to update it from. So this is a form field, a custom field that's inside of your account. Match them all up like that, and then hit update collection. Okay, so once we created that collection, that's cool. Now that collection can be used across multiple sub accounts. It just links up the name of a custom value with a custom field, and then you can assign that to any one of your sub accounts that you want to have in here. Now we have automation scripts to be able to automatically add the collection to your sub account simply with a webhook. And what I've done now is I've created a snapshot with those webhooks in there so that they're ready to go for you when you want to deploy this. So let me go over to custom values, updater webhooks. So this is a snapshot that we created so that it's just easy. You can implement this automation. What this is going to do is going to drop in these three automations into your sub account, that you want to load it into. So one is going to be what you run after a SaaS purchase. So if somebody purchases from you using your SaaS configurator, your SaaS configurator is going to go and create that sub account for them. What this is going to do is going to grab the API and location ID from that newly created sub account. I put some notes in here so you can see what you have to do. And then it's going to grab the location ID and API key from that newly created sub account. And then it's also going to add that sub account to our backend licensing automatically. So you can have that set up so that anytime anybody creates a sub account using your SaaS setup, it's automatically going to set it up so that you can onboard them using our custom values updater. So we put that all into one form there, and then we also have an example here of updating custom values into an external sub account. So I've got this already set up for you. We're going to put the new location ID, and this new location ID is the ID that's coming from the contact that you just registered. Now, this can be from the contact that just registered, or you can also pass this in via URL parameter. So if you had a location ID, populate a field inside of a form, and that form gets submitted, set that as the trigger right here. And now anytime that form gets updated, it's going to update the custom values in the location where that was in the URL parameter. So just making that a little more simple. There's a lot more training on that inside of our custom values updater training. And just as a refresher, I'll show you where you can find all that training, all that wonderful training, because I get asked that every once in a while. So going into Smart Scripts over here, training and resources, we are slowly moving all of our training and resources over to here. So custom values updater, loyalty and rewards is in here right now. And then Smart Scripts training, if you click on that, that's going to take you to our Smart Rewards portal or members portal, where you can see all the training in there. Okay, so kind of covered that little bit right now. If you guys have any questions, I am live and I am happy to answer any questions that you have going on here. And